All right, in this video, we're going to be talking about gross income, and that's the money that you make before they take taxes away from you. And what I mean by they, I mean the government. But we'll get more into that into the unit. All right. Now, in this unit, we're going to be talking about two things. First off, we're going to be talking about pay periods, and then lastly, we're going to be talking about types of income. Now, the types of income we're going to talk about is hourly rate, regular hourly rate, commission, royalty, and okay, what was that? Piecework, I think that's what it was called. We're not going to talk about it in this video. All right. Now, let's talk about pay periods. Weekly, there's 52 weeks in a year. Biweekly means every other week, which means if you're getting paid biweekly, you're going to get 26 paychecks. Weekly, if you're getting paid weekly, you're getting 52 paychecks per year. Semi-monthly means twice a month. So semi-monthly, that means 2 times a month. There's 12 months, 2 paychecks per month. Boom, you get 24. And then lastly, if you were getting paid monthly, that means you're only getting 1 paycheck a month, which means at the end of the year, you're getting paid 12. You're getting 12 paychecks a year. Now, remember this. This is stuff that will come back to you. All right, let's go to hourly rate. If you had a job, I'm just using this as an example of where you got a job for $10 an hour, meaning every hour you're making $10. And I'm also writing with my mouse here. My other device doesn't seem to be working. But anyway, the overtime rate, a couple key terms is time and a half. Okay, so what that means is if you're getting paid $10 an hour, and if you're getting paid time and a half, that means you're taking $10 and you are multiplying it by 1.5. Time and a half. That means 1.5 means zero point 0.5. That means overtime pay, you'd be making $15 an hour. Okay. Now, double time means you're taking your regular hourly rate, which is $10, and you are multiplying it by 2. So if you're getting paid double time, that means if I had a job where I'm making $10 an hour, then I'd be making $20 an hour. Big money. All right, let's get into some questions. Christina is paid bi-weekly. Her annual salary is $37,000. What is her bi-weekly salary? Round to the nearest cent. So what that means is she's getting paid every year. She's getting paid $37,000. Okay. Now remember, bi-weekly. Go up to your chart here. That means 26 paychecks. That means there are 26 paychecks that she will be getting for the year. So you're going to take 37,000 and you're going to be dividing it by 26. So how much is she getting per paycheck? She is going to be getting $1,423.08. So every paycheck she gets that amount of money. Example number one, Julianne found a job listed in classified ads where she pays a yearly salary of 41,000, 41K, 41,000. What is her weekly salary based on this annual salary? All right, so once again, weekly salary. All right, going back up to my chart, weekly is 52. That means she's getting 52 paychecks for the entire year. So I would take 41,000 and divide it by 52. And that's how I would get my answer. So 41,000 divided by 52. That gives me $788. So every week she's making $788.46. All right. Example number two. Now, feel free to pause the video, do the problem yourself, and then come back to see and hit play again to see if it works or if you made it got the right answer. Manny is paid semi-monthly. Once again, semi-monthly. Go back to your chart. Semi-monthly is, hey, that's 24. So that means 24 paychecks. That's my semi-monthly salary is that. Divide that by 24. Get your answer. Okay. I'm assuming you know how to do this. I'm just trying to keep the time short. All right. Maureen works at a local Chicken King restaurant. Her regular hourly wage is $9.70. If she works 40 hours a week, what is her regular weekly pay? So her regular hour, so she's working at a job where she's getting paid $9.70 an hour, and she works 40 hours full time. So 970 times 40. So 970, 9.7 times 40, you get your answer. All right. Now, let's talk about, oh, here we go, overtime. If Maureen, from example 3, works overtime, she receives an hourly rate of 1.5, that's time and a half, times per her regular hourly rate. What is Maureen's hourly overtime rate? So she works, she gets paid $9.70 for hours 0 through 40. Anything beyond 40, she gets time and a half. So I'm going to take 970 and multiply it by time and a half. That's actually 1.5 if you want it. So 9.7 times 1.5 gives me, so let me write it right here so you can have it. So $9.70 times, remember I'm writing with my mouse here. That gives me, so that means after 40 hours, she'll be making $14.55 per hour. All right. Example number 5, John earns $10 per hour if he works regular hours of 40 hours a week. All right, now here's what we have here. He works 40 hours a week, but for some odd reason, Janice has worked 45 hours for a particular week. So what we have here is we have 40 hours. So this is 40 regular hours, and then we have 5 hours of overtime. Okay, so $10 an hour for 40 hours, but then also and he's also working 5 hours of overtime. So he gets time and a half for overtime. Okay, we'll talk about that in a second. So $10 times 40, that's $400. Okay, now time and a half. $10 time and a half. So I'm going to write this off to the side here. I'm going to do this in purple. This is my scratch work here. $10 times 1.5, that gives me $15. So that means for the additional 5 hours that he made, or he worked, I'm sorry, he's working 15 hours. So 5 times 15, I believe that's 75 off the top of my head. So how much did he make for the entire week? Or I'm sorry, I said he, she. How much did she make? Add all that up, $475. That's how much. All right. Now, homework problems. Danny just answered a help wanted ad. I'm just going to do a couple of these. The ad stated the job will pay $27,000 annually. What would Danny's monthly? Well, monthly, that's easy. Monthly is 12, so I'm taking 27,000, dividing it by 12. Get my answer. Kathy's looking for a job as bookkeeper. One classified ad lists a job in a stereo store that pays $34,600 per year. Another job, clothing store, has a weekly salary of $620. What is the higher paying job? Well, you got to set this weekly salary and the annual salary equal. And now how do you do that? Very simply, I'm just going to take the weekly salary and multiply it by 52. So 620 times 52, that gives me 32,204. So 32,240. Remember, writing with my mouse here. All right, what is the higher paying job? It is the 34,600 job. What is the difference? Well, you just take the 2 and subtract, and you get your answer there. All right, question number 3. Sean is paid bi-weekly. His bi-weekly, that is 26. So let's take that, divide by 26, get your answer. Cynthia's semi-monthly salary is that. What is her annual salary? Remember, semi-monthly means you're getting a paycheck or 2 paychecks per month. So that would be 24. So I'm going to multiply that by 24. Get my answer. Now remember, be pausing the video as you work through this so you can get the answer right. Baseball player Alex Rodriguez earned that. He played 158 games. What is his salary per game? Well, he made $27 million in 158 games, so I simply just divide that by 158, get his answer. All right. Question number 6. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's go to question number 7. Hector works at a gas station and earns $8.60 per hour. Last week he worked that. What is his gross pay? Well, this per hour, he worked that many hours. Take this and multiply it, you get your answer. All right, Ralph earns $72,000 annually as an architect and paid semi-monthly. Alice also earns $72,000 but is paid bi-weekly. How many more checks? Remember, semi-monthly, that means you're getting 2 paychecks per month. So that means that he is going to be getting a total of 24 paychecks per year. So 24 paychecks. Alice is paid bi-weekly. That's 26 paychecks. So how many more paychecks does Alice receive? So you can do the math. What is the difference between Ralph's semi-monthly salary and Alice's bi-weekly salary? We'll just find them and subtract them. All right. Now, last one we're going to do, and then question number 9, Alice works 40 hours and gets $9 per hour. So she worked 43 hours. Now remember, 40 hours, $9 an hour. So her regular gross pay, that means 40 hours, that's 9 times 40, which I believe is $360. Okay. Now her overtime rate, she gets paid time and a half. So that's 9 times time and a half. So I believe that is, I'm gonna put that in the wrong spot. Oh, can't do that. Oh wow, went crazy here for a second. Let's try this again. All right. So what is her overtime rate? That is $9 times time and a half. That I believe is 13.50. What is her overtime pay? 13.50 times 3 because she worked 3 hours of overtime. All right, so 13.50 times 3. That gives you $40.50. So what is her total pay for that particular week? Well, 360 regular money, so to speak. Overtime pay is for the 50, so add it all together. Looks like it's $400.50. So let me know if you have any questions. That is gross pay stuff. Thank you.